Be on time for yourself, or nobody else will be. You know, throughout my life, I've woke up at many different times. But in this video, I'm gonna tell you why it is very important that you start waking up early. Because it doesn't matter what you got going on during the day, or during the morning, or during the afternoon or the evening. It doesn't matter what your schedule is. You must understand that you will never be as productive as you are in the morning. And this whole night owl bullshit, it's just not true. Your brain is the most productive in the morning because it's fresh, it's refreshed, it's like its newest use. So anyone who thinks they're a night owl, you're not. Just because you procrastinate all day and then you do work at night doesn't make you more efficient at night. That just means you didn't put time into the morning. The way you gotta do it is, I'm gonna talk about the different wake up times and how they're different, which ones are the best, my experiences with them, and what time you should do it. So let's start off with what I consider to be a bad wake up time. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is a pretty bad wake up time. Anything 9 a.m. or later, I just think this is too late. I think, yeah, you're waking up in the morning at least. So actually, as I'm saying this, if you're someone who just absolutely fucks off and wakes up at 1 p.m., 12 p.m., or wakes up at 10 but just stays in bed all day, yeah, your first step is to start waking up at 9 a.m. every day, no matter what. Doesn't matter what time you were out last night. Doesn't matter how tired you are. Doesn't matter how bad you want to check that phone. You wake up at 9 a.m., you get the fuck out of bed, you don't check your phone, you get up. Right? That's like beginner level wake up time. Right? 10, 11, 12, that's not even a wake up time. That's just you absolutely fucked off. You don't really care about your morning. You pretty much lost the morning. Okay. Now let's talk about 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I consider this is also beginner level wake up time. But at least you're getting closer to the desired wake up time. At least for some people, they think this is an early time. I don't think this is early, but it's definitely not super late like 9. So 8 a.m., what's the benefits of this? Once you can do 9 a.m. a lot and you start to do 8 a.m., 8 a.m. is definitely better. You have at least 4 hours of the morning left, which is not too bad. So that's 8 a.m. All right, now 7 a.m. Okay. This is where I think, in my opinion, this is where it becomes, to me, at least in my perspective of life, as an early wake-up time. This is the latest early wake-up time. Anything past 7 is not early. 7 a.m. can be considered early for some people. 7 a.m. in some areas, the sun is coming up. Or maybe the sun hasn't even come up yet. And that's why I believe it to be early. Because at least you're getting up with the sun. So to me, 7 a.m. is pretty good. It's not that bad. However, if you start work at 9 a.m., 7 a.m. is not that early. Like, you don't have much time before work to get stuff done. Because the biggest part about wake-up time, in my experience, and that's why it's so important, is because if you don't have one, if you don't wake up early, then what you're gonna do is you're not gonna focus on important habits that you have to do before your work. Now, in a life where you have no work and you're like a millionaire who inherited all this money, then it doesn't really matter. That's why 8 a.m., 7 a.m. could work for some people. But if you work at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., or you have a lot of obligations in the day, then 7 a.m. is not ideal. So, now that we passed 7 a.m., anything below 7 a.m. I consider to be like, all right, you're putting in work. If you can consistently go below 7 a.m., you're definitely doing good, in my opinion. Let's talk 6 a.m. Okay, so 6 a.m., it's pretty early. I consider this to be like, you're starting to get a taste for what it feels like to wake up before the sun. You know, it's funny, I've actually, as I'm saying this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I never really done 6 a.m. too much. I've done 6:30. And I've done the thing right below, which is 5:30. which 5:30 takes the cake, in my opinion, to be the best wake up time. A lot of people on the internet, they want to talk about 4:30 or 5 or even more, or even less than 4 or 4. The thing about those wake up times is that to hit consistent good sleep with that wake up time it's difficult for some people if you want to still socialize at night sometimes. If you want to still do certain things at night, like go out to dinner with friends or something. But if you have no social life, you could probably hit 4 a.m. consistently. But I'm all about being social. So as a result, I think 5:30 is pretty good. I've noticed when I hit 5:30 consistently, I feel like I'm waking up really early. What usually ends up happening is by the time I'm done with the gym, that's when the sun comes up. As opposed to waking up with the sun, it's more like I'm done with the gym and then the sun comes up. And it's a really good feeling. It's almost like you put in all the hard work when the sun was down, and then you get up and the sun is up and you just feel this blissful feeling. So it's like that feeling you get after the gym plus the sun coming up. It's like a nice stack. It feels great. It feels like you earned that sun coming up. So 5:30 is great. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, this is a common question people ask me about wake up times, which is like, can you change it? Can you like once a day, not once a day, can you once a week wake up late, for example? Like what if like you're out till 4 a.m., should you still wake up at 5:30? Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is you need to assign yourself a range, and that range, you'd never break it. So you should kind of have like the early wake up time that you try to hit, like your goal, and then you gotta have like the max wake up time that sometimes you allow yourself to go towards. But no matter what, you never go past that max. For example, my current range is 5:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. It's a 90-minute difference, which is the same, relatively around the same amount of a sleep cycle, which is 90 minutes, which allows me to, if I did sleep till 7, or if I slept till 5:30, if my sleep is like on point, essentially I'm not really like breaking my sleep cycle because of that. So a 90-minute gap is pretty good. And yeah, so what you want to do is, that's my range, 5:30 to 7. I recommend that for you as well. But pick one. It could be 5:30 to 7. It could be 7 to 8:30. It could be, for example, the beginner one would be like, beginner range would be 7:30 to 9 a.m. Start with that. You aim for 7:30, but no matter what, you never pass 9 a.m. So one way to look at it is 7:30 during the weekdays or work days, and 9 a.m. during the days you don't have an obligation midday. So that's kind of what I do. I do 5:30 on the days on most days, and then I do 7 a.m. sometimes when I feel like maybe I need to catch up more on sleep. When I feel like that coming day I don't have to be up that early because maybe my earliest obligation is like a little bit later than usual, or for whatever reason. But here's the final caveat to all of this, which is like, be careful with the amount of time you use that later range. You always want to hit the earlier one more frequently. My advice is something along the lines of like, once a week you can hit that long range, or twice a week you can hit that long range, or absolutely max 3 times. But whatever you do, hit that better one most of the week. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I guess there's one more thing. Yeah, this is one more thing to tell you. They're very important. Which is, every time I wake up at 5:30, I never have regretted it, even if I got low sleep. And this is what you're gonna start to see regarding wake up times. Which is, it doesn't matter what time you pick, but whenever you pick your wake up time, whenever you pick that goal and you hit it, it builds something within you. It feels really good. Because the idea of a wake up time is that not only do you now have time to get shit done before your obligations, not only do you have time when there aren't many distractions, the people texting you and calling you and trying to get your attention, but it's the first action of the day. And if you can make the first action of the day aligned with your congruent consciousness, aligned with what you wanted to do. So if you told yourself, I want to wake up at 5:30, and you wake up at 5:30 and you get out of bed even though it was difficult, if you can do that, you are starting off the day on the right foot. You're starting off the day aligned with your consciousness. This is very powerful. If you can continuously do this throughout the day, now you have made an amazing day. Now you have achieved flow state. All your pain and all your problems in life usually come from you doing wrong actions and not being aligned with your consciousness. So you want the nice body, you want the attractive woman, but you don't go up to women, you don't work out. And if you need more help with this, if you need a coach to keep you accountable with your wake-up time, with your good habits, with dating, with social life, just overall you want to level up, I'm a men's dating and self-development coach. The link is in my description to work with me one-on-one. I can help you with this. I've been through all of it, man. I didn't have the abundant dating life. I didn't have the physique. I didn't have any of this stuff. It wasn't just given to me. I'm not like a lucky guy who in high school I had everything I wanted. No. I worked for it. I've worked for it and I've coached a lot of men to get the same things. And if you need that help, I'm telling you, there's nothing I want to do more than help you. Promise you that. That's all I do all day. I work out, I work on myself, and I work on other people, and I help them, and I keep them accountable. And I say, man, if you guys need more help, link in my description, work with me one-on-one. That is all. Have a great day. Peace.